Yeah, Sean Tier, Seanteare, Chief of the Harris County DA's Office Vehicular Crimes Division.
Starting with kind of time and location, what do we got here tonight?
Yeah, so we're out here on John Ralston Road, and basically at about 6:03, a car traveling on the road at a very, very high rate of speed apparently lost control, came from the lane that we're standing in, crossed over into oncoming traffic, and struck a bicyclist who was on the very side of the road, if not on the grass. Tragically, the cyclist is dead here at the scene. We've got some information that she's an older female. She's well known in this area. She apparently comes and feeds stray dogs every day at this location, and that's exactly what she was doing. She had just finished that apparently, and was heading home when she was struck from behind by this car. The car subsequently carried her a number of feet, a few hundred feet, crashed into a tree and vaulted her body further on. A witness to the crash stopped. Wrecker drivers were immediately on the scene as well. All three of them pulled him out of the car. He was transported to the hospital, where our investigation has continued. There's indications that he is high on drugs. We believe it's PCP. We're doing a blood draw as we speak. I have accepted an intoxication manslaughter charge right now on the defendant. When he's discharged from the hospital, he's going to go straight to the Joint Processing Center and be processed into jail.
Talk about that they come a little more. So she comes out here and feeds dogs every day. Just for their own money, or just her personal income. Like, is
Yeah.
it something like a hobby, or what's? They all live over there, the stray dogs, or where is she?
So apparently, right where the crash happened is where these dogs congregate or live, and by what the witnesses are telling us, this woman uses her own money, if not a disability check, part of that, to feed these dogs every day, and we know she was doing that. There is an empty bag of dog food right next to the crash scene, so that's exactly what she was doing. She was harming no one out of the kindness of her heart, taking care of these animals. And this completely selfish act of this person driving the car high on PCP ended her life just for nothing. And so, we're going to go forward. We're going to talk to the next of kin in the next few days. The Harris County Sheriff's Department is actively working the scene. We're going to get a pretty close exact speed to how fast he was going. We've got indications that as far back as a few streets ago, we have witnesses that were calling 911 saying he was traveling at over 100 miles an hour. As we sit here on this curve, that's pretty consistent with what we're seeing. He was traveling at an extremely high rate of speed, lost control, and as a result, this woman is dead. She's dead in a ditch on the side of this road through no fault of her own, and it's disheartening to see it.
Talk about the work that you guys are doing. Obviously, you're out here. This is one of the fatals. It's gonna be probably a hot weekend. Probably a lot of people out.
Yeah.
Is this all weekend thing you think for you guys, or is just a lot of drunk drivers out? What's going on?
This is Harris County. We're the third largest county in the country. We are the epicenter for these types of deaths, and we have been every single year for at least 20 years. We lead the nation. Tragically, the summer is usually one of our worst times, and this summer, even though COVID is here and most people should be staying at home, it hasn't really decreased our numbers. And so we're anticipating this weekend being another very busy week for us, and that means that there are going to be a number of families that get the absolute worst notification, the worst knock on the door, the worst phone call of their lives to this week, because someone was selfish and decided to drive after drinking or taking drugs.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Do you know what the vehicle is? What type of vehicle?
I believe it's like a late 90s Lexus.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.